Well, thank you, Samir, for this opportunity. It's great to be here. We believe that the U.S. airstrikes against Daesh are having a devastating effect. We estimate that the airstrikes have now killed more than 6,000 Daesh fighters in Syria and Iraq. We believe we've taken out more than half of the senior leadership of Daesh with the airstrikes. We've destroyed more than 1,000 Daesh vehicles inside Iraq. And these statistics are not so important in themselves, but they do show the degradation of Daesh. They show Daesh's inability to supply forces inside Iraq. They show that Daesh is now on the defensive. They're digging in. They're having to resort to recruiting children and training children. They're having to the living conditions in Mosul have deteriorated. So we think Daesh is on the defensive. I don't know how long it's going to take to expel Daesh from Iraq, but I'll say this. We're here and committed to supporting Iraq and the Iraqi security forces through that process. Until Daesh is defeated, as long as we're welcome, we will continue to support the Iraqi security forces, just as the president, my president, promised Prime Minister Abadi. We'll provide the airstrikes. We'll provide advise and assist to the Iraqi security commanders. We'll provide training to the Iraqi soldiers, which we're already doing. We'll provide equipment. Congress has now appropriated $1.6 billion to support new equipment for Iraq, and we'll continue to share intelligence. And we believe that this assistance, combined with the efforts of the Iraqi security forces, will expel Daesh. Again, I don't know how long it will take. I want you to know that we hope it will be as fast as possible. We want to expel Daesh as quickly as possible from Iraq, so that people who've been displaced can return to a normal life. But however long it takes, we're here and here to support Iraq through the process. And when the process is over, our military members will go home. We have no desire to maintain a military presence at all inside Iraq. I'll stay. I'll continue to try to develop and foster and grow the U.S.-Iraqi diplomatic and economic partnership. And of course, we'll continue to have a security relationship. But there's no desire to keep troops inside Iraq. We certainly support seeing those tribal fighters equipped and trained. The United States will not provide direct assistance to the tribal fighters. We will not directly train the tribal fighters. All this will be done through the Iraqi security forces. Right now, out at Al-Assad Air Base, we are working with the 7th Iraqi Division. We're training U.S. trainers, are training 7th Iraqi Division soldiers, who are then training Sunni tribal fighters and integrating those Sunni tribal fighters into the military activities of the 7th Iraqi Division. That's exactly how it should work. And we need the tribal fighters to be integrated into the security forces so that we can maximize the effect of the airstrikes. Well, we've said from the beginning that Iran should have a role in defeating Daesh. Daesh poses a threat to Iran, and it's just natural that Iran would participate in the counteroffense against Daesh. We are working closely with the Iraqi security forces. We're providing airstrikes. We're providing train and assist, advise and assist. We're providing training. We're providing intelligence. And we're providing equipment. That's our contribution. And we think that, combined with the work of the Iraqi security forces, will be sufficient to defeat Daesh. We haven't had any direct contact here in Iraq. Our military members are not having any contact. Again, we recognize that Iraq has an interest, like we do, in defeating Daesh. And this is a shared goal, but we don't have any direct contact with them. We're not working with them. We're working directly with the Iraqi security forces. We think that Prime Minister Abadi has been extremely successful. First, in forming a government last September, then in developing a national program which attracted all the political groups, which has the support of all the political groups. And in his first 3 months in office, the Prime Minister achieved all of the goals he had set out for himself in that period. We support the national program as he's laid it out, and I personally admire his dedication to this process. You know, something else that the Prime Minister has done, he's really expanded and improved Iraq's relations with neighbors in the region. As you know, there have now been trips to Riyadh, to Amman, to Abu Dhabi, to Kuwait. This week, there was a large Turkish economic delegation here in Iraq. And these improved relations with the partners and the neighbors are having a very positive impact here. We've seen Kuwait make a significant contribution to Iraqi security through military assistance. The United Arab Emirates has done the same. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has last year provided $500 million in humanitarian assistance. This gift was outstanding and certainly saved thousands and thousands of lives of those displaced by the conflict. So improving relations in the region has really had a direct benefit for Iraq. And I think that's another achievement of the diplomacy of Prime Minister Abadi and also Foreign Minister Jafari. Well, the United States is committed to the Strategic Framework Agreement. We think it has tremendous benefits for both sides, not only in the security realm, but also in the economic realm, in cultural exchange, in education. Right now, we're focused, from a security standpoint, on the fight against Daesh. We think the airstrikes are having a devastating effect. We think that our training and our equipping and our intelligence sharing and our technical assistance, our advise and assist, are going to ensure that Iraq defeats Daesh. When that's done, all of our U.S. military members will go home. We'll stay, the embassy will stay, and we will continue to foster what I hope will be a very strong and prosperous relationship for both our countries. But the United States has no intention after this to maintain a military presence, to create bases or anything like that. That's not what we're here for. The commitment that my president made to the Prime Minister was we'll come, we'll provide assistance, we'll help you defeat Daesh, and then we'll leave. And that's exactly what we're going to do.